throwdown in the kitchen and an Olympic silver medalist. It's going to be amazing. Here to make her delicious sweet potato bean burgers, please welcome to our home, Dotsie Bausch. Welcome, Dotsie.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. This is very exciting. Listen, it's not every day I get to hang out in the kitchen with an Olympian. We know you as an Olympic cyclist. You're an amazing silver medal winner, by the way, everybody. But now you are super passionate. There you are right there. Look at that.
Wow.
You know what you're doing. We want to eat like you, which is why you're in our kitchen right now.
Wow.
But now you're really passionate about spreading the word about how nutritious and how fulfilling plant-based recipes can be. And these burgers are no exception. That's for by the oohs and ahs of the counter. Am I right? Everybody's loving it.
Delicious.
Debbie, Ken, Shirley are at the counter and they're loving it. What is it about these burgers that are so special? Tell us.
Yeah, well, first of all, they're delicious. They really are. As you can see. Yeah. I mean, you remember the old school veggie burgers that fell apart all over the place?
Sure, yeah.
So there's an ingredient, a special ingredient, that acts like an egg. It acts like a coagulator that's going to keep them together, that I'm going to teach you.
But not an egg, because these are vegan.
Absolutely, but not an egg.
Okay.
But they're filled, there's 15 grams of protein in these burgers. There's tons of fiber, right, which helps us feel full and is good for our microbiome.
Yeah.
And then there's vitamins B6, there's iron, which gives us energy. So they're just all around amazing.
Listen, if they work for you, they're going to work for us. That is for sure. Okay, one of my favorite things in the world, sweet potatoes. That's where we're going to start. You've roasted some sweet potatoes. You've mashed them up. We've got them here in a bowl. Now, I usually boil my sweet potatoes. So what are some of the benefits of roasting instead of boiling them?
That's really old school boiling, I think.
I'm just like an old man. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the nutrients just get sucked right out of the water.
Okay, great.
So
and they also get a little
water when you...
And they'll probably be a little too watery like this too, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Good.
So I roast them 375 for 45 minutes or so, like medium-sized sweet potatoes. They'll be done. They need to be really done though, you know, like soft in the middle. So make sure that you do it long enough. So
okay, well, we got those, and now we're going to work on our garbanzo beans, our chickpeas. Now we mash them up and we add some stuff to them. What do we got?
Yes. So we're going to just mash these up. You're going to leave a couple of them kind of like fully, you know, fully still formed. But we're going to mash these up. I don't know if this.
And those just like right out of a can kind of thing.
Totally, rinse.
Okay.
Just right. You can do it. Yeah, you can make them from scratch.
And not very many. I mean, for this recipe anyway, I guess you can double it or triple it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So if you have trouble with legumes, there's not actually a whole lot in here, which is great for me because legumes typically are a little bit tricky for me. But now the secret ingredient that you alluded to. So what do we have here and here? And we're going to let it kind of come together.
So this is just flaxseed meal and water.
How about that?
And if you take 2 tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed meal, and put it together, it literally acts like an egg in any recipe. You can do it in baking.
How about that?
So tons of fiber, essential fatty acids, no cholesterol, no hormones. I mean, it's just like amazing.
Is that about the right consistency?
Yeah, no, so we're gonna let it sit.
Okay.
You have to let it sit for like 2 or 3 minutes. And just kind of let it do its thing.
So we may hit it a little bit earlier than you normally would at home for the purposes of television. But now we're gonna, in the meantime, we're gonna add some more to the chickpeas here. What else do we have?
Okay, so we're gonna do the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato? Okay, do I
do it?
Sure.
Go for it, yeah.
Just mix it up is the idea, right?
Chef.
Or do I use my hands or I'm using a spoon at home?
I use my hands.
You'd use your hands. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Just get in there.
Veggie burger is so wonderful. You know, a lot of times a veggie burger is very dense. Do you know what I mean? And you feel like it's heavy and like, oh gosh, what did I just eat? This does not feel like that at all.
Yeah, no,
it's so
delicious, and it's like it's got real. It's interesting ingredients. I think is why you're having that great flavor.
I figure we're messing our hands up anyway when we make the patties, so we might as well just do this.
So that's a little bit of salt.
Okay, good.
Right? This is chili powder.
Great.
This is a secret ingredient, cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon! I would never thought of that.
You
get that? You get the cinnamon there, guys? A tiny bit. Yeah, good.
It brightens it.
Garlic powder.
Okay.
Onions, always. I put onions in everything. So if you don't like onions, though, you don't have to put them in. It's delicious without them.
Great.
Oats, a little bit more fiber.
So
you know what you could do is, for you, maybe 1/4 of the amount of garbanzo beans and more oats.
And more oats. Okay, very good.
Yeah, and some breadcrumbs. You can use any kind you want, right? You could use whole wheat or you can use white, whatever you like.
So then all the protein is coming from the garbanzo beans and all that protein.
Yeah. Oh, and the sweet potato.
And the sweet potatoes.
Yes, all plants have protein.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that. I learned that from your movie, which we'll be talking about in a second, is that all plants do have some protein in them, right?
They do. Everything that's alive has protein. And I think you know, everyone thinks that you can only get protein from animals, right? Like, I mean, we've just been conditioned to think that. But the truth is, all protein originates in plants. Yeah. The 3 main animals that we eat, you know, turkey, chicken, all the building blocks, cows. That's where they get their protein. Right. They're all vegetarian.
Can I put this guy in?
Just think about that. Yeah. So it's almost ready. We'll pretend.
So you know what? While you put that out and you guys start making the patties, we might as well talk about the game changers, which was seriously a groundbreaking documentary that has just come out that everybody's talking about. It was produced by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan and James Cameron and so many other A-list people. Tell us about this. It's fascinating.
Well, it's just what you and I were talking about, right? So really, its theme, it deals with what we believe to be the world's most dangerous myth, which is that you need animals in your body to be healthy and to thrive. So it takes you on a journey of some of the world's best athletes, strength athletes, bodybuilders, endurance athletes, speed athletes like myself, and their journeys of being on plant-based diets and winning Olympic medals, winning competitions. One of the guys in there is the strongest man in Germany. You know, he's huge and all he eats is plants. And then it's mixed in with quite a bit of science. So people kind of get a mixture of the facts and also the emotional journey.
Yeah.
So
It's
you were
really
plant-based.
fascinating.
You were plant-based as an Olympian.
Yes, so I grew up in the South. So for 35 years of my life, I ate meat and dairy. And I made a switch over to a plant-based diet about 2 years out from Olympic Games. I went to 2012 Olympic Games and made the switch. And it was extraordinary what happened to my body. In fact, I am the oldest in history to stand on the Olympic podium in my
What?
I was up here at 39 and a half.
That's incredible.
So, but I mean, I'm saying that because we know that repair and recovery is really important for athletes. And as you get older, all of us know, athlete or non-athlete alike, recovery is harder and harder and harder. And that was the ticket, was having that plant-based diet helped me to repair faster and you know, be able to keep up with the whippersnapper.
Want to get back to the recipe here?
Yes,
We can talk about this all day. though. It's
Okay.
okay.
Grilling.
So what we did is I made the patties, and then tell me what I did. I put them in more breadcrumbs, right? Give them a little crunch.
Just to give them the crisp, because when
Sure.
you put them on the griddle,
Yeah.
you know, it's nice for them to have the crisp. And now you're going to put them on a toasted bun.
Yeah.
How long do you cook them on the griddle?
Until you see them brown a little bit, like 5 or 6 minutes aside, I'd say.
And you
Yeah,
don't
pretty
need to
easy.
use the extra breadcrumbs, right? You were saying?
Right. You don't. If you don't want to wrap them in the breadcrumbs, you don't have to. I just like the crunch.
I'm having fun here in the kitchen. Let's start building it. Let's start building
And you
our
know, a
burgers.
fun, like a little hack with these, you could also make them tiny, and they're like really good appetizers for like a party, or you know, just.
There we go.
So avocado, tomato,
Help yourself.
lettuce,
That one's for
more
you.
onions. Oh, thank you so much.
Maybe
Okay.
a little
Cameron, you're
mustard.
gonna love this.
Yeah.
It's really
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about this is maple Dijon, so it's just Dijon mustard and maple syrup.
As if you didn't like it already, Cameron.
Yeah.
Maple syrup.
Maple
It's so
syrup,
good on there.
Canadian
That's for
kid.
the sweet. I mean, that's very, that's very
phenomenal.
delicious. Okay.
Oh my goodness, Dotsie, while you build yours, I'm gonna let everybody know that you can find this recipe on hallmarkchannel.com. And for more of Dotsie's great work, visit switchforgood.org.